Nick J. Francis channel, we are back once again just before kickoff. 7 minutes to go. Arsenal take on Manchester City. Yes, the game, some people saying a potential title decider early in the season. Can't complain, can't complain. Arsenal coming up with some big fixtures. First 5 games of the season. We've played Tottenham already, who we beat 1-0. Played Aston Villa already. Obviously, played Champions League game on Thursday. They've had a longer rest than us, and we come straight into a Manchester City game with some notable injuries, players out. It's going to be a difficult game. We won 1 game, I think, at the Etihad. I'm just looking at the stats now on Sky. We have last 47 games. Man City have won 39 and drawn 8 at home. They are basically impenetrable at home. They've conceded 33 goals in 47 games. They just don't really concede goals. They don't really even concede that many chances. It's going to be a really, really difficult game today, and lots of context around, do Arsenal have to win this game in order to win the league? Is it a must-win game if they are going to win the league? For me, I still believe, same as last year, that Arsenal can get a draw and still go on to win the league. For me personally, some people might disagree with that. And listen, if you disagree, I understand what you're saying from a momentum perspective. From a mental perspective, we know this Arsenal team has been accused of being mentally a little bit fragile at times and different things like that. I totally understand. I totally hear all of those different things. But we didn't lose the league last year on the Man City game. You could frame it that way if you want to, and I can understand what you're saying. But for me, it's not only on the Manchester City game. We lost to Aston Villa twice. Any one of those games gets us the league. We dropped points to Tottenham from a silly Jorginho mistake. If that doesn't happen, we win the league. It's such fine margins. I don't think that we can boil it down to one thing and then turn around and say, right, that's where you lost the league. And look, Man City have looked pretty much perfect the way they've been playing recently. They're at the top of the table they're not at the top of the table anymore, but of the teams that have only played 4 games, they're at the top of the table. I can see why people think that they're so amazing and different things like that. But it doesn't matter. When it comes to football, you get 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, no points for a loss. And ultimately, if we can win more games than them, we win the league. It's as simple as that. And so if we can take a draw here at Man City where they don't really lose games, then, for me, that's not a bad result. And if you cast your mind back to 3 or 4 years ago, when Arsenal regularly used to get smashed 3, 4, 5-0 right here at the Etihad, at Anfield, we just weren't competitive in those games at all whatsoever. To look at it now and for people to say to us, you know what, if you go out there and get a draw, that's a bit of a failure for you. You guys should be doing better than a draw. I think that's really impressive, and that shows how far we've come as a team under Mikel Arteta. We've still got a level to go. We need to be winning big trophies. These are the games that can be really the difference maker for us in terms of going to that next level. But like I say, we used to get smashed at the Etihad on a regular basis. Now it looks like it's a loss or it's an L for us, and people banter us if we come away from this game with a draw. So that really shows how far that we've come. Let me get into the teams. Pretty predictable stuff. Both these teams play very, very similar teams on a regular basis. I think Haaland didn't get a goal up against Saliba the last 3 games that they've played. That's going to be a big, big battle. It's going to be a key battle for them today. Man City set up as the home side. Ederson in goal, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Akanji, Vardiol as the back 4. Vardiol is brilliant, but I do think that, he can be got at, same as Kyle Walker. Actually, someone like Gabriel Martinelli, who's not been on good form, he typically plays well against Man City and Liverpool. It's quite bizarre. He doesn't play that amazingly across the season, but for those 2 games, he tends to step up, and he's had some good success last year against Kyle Walker and against Rodri. So they can be some key battles there if we can isolate their fullbacks. Midfield of Rodri and Gundogan. Gundogan, of course, sold to Barcelona. Barcelona has some financial problems. They managed to come back for free, and it just seems like all the omens and everything falls into Manchester City's lap. So let's hope those charges come to something at some later date. Midfield, Bernardo Silva in the 10, who's one of the most underrated players in the Premier League for me. Savio and Doku are wide. Again, both tricky customers. The end product hasn't quite been there, but both of them, in terms of technical ability, running at their players, both tricky people to deal with. And of course, Erling Haaland up top. And then you've got Arsenal. Interesting Arsenal team. David Raya in goal. Calafiori starts at left back. Gabriel, which tells me, for me, that's going to be interesting. Calafiori's a more defensively solid centre back slash left back than Timber, who looks to invert and different. Calafiori can do that, but for me, we're going for real defensive solidity here. Gabriel Saliba, Jurriën Timber at right back, and Ben White has been dropped. And Ben White is a player that hasn't been on the best form as of late. Midfield, Thomas Partey, Declan Rice is back, and thank God he is back. Then we've got Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Martinelli, Saka, and Kai Havertz. Now, we're going to set up in a traditional 4-3-3 with Trossard kind of sitting in that 10 and Saka and Martinelli out wide, Havertz up top. Or does Havertz drop in, embed in? Do we try to hit them on the counter-attack? Let's see how it goes. But with that front four, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard, and Havertz, I think that's a very versatile front four. And it's actually more versatile than when Ødegaard's there. Ødegaard obviously is the talisman number 10. He's a brilliant number 10. And I can't wait for him to be back. But actually, from a flexibility perspective, from a tactical perspective, these four give us a hell of a lot more because they can interchange a lot more. Trossard can play up top. Havertz can play up top. Havertz can drop in and try to win headers. You know, Saka and Martinelli can interchange. So there's going to be a lot of different moving parts in there. And I think if we are going to hit on the counter, we're going to need to not be so rigid in our attacking structure. We have not been creating high amounts of chances. And I think actually this will be another game where we don't really create that many chances. But can we be prolific? And with Kai Havertz has been on a good run of form, don't get me wrong. But with someone like Trossard in the team, when we talk about prolific in this Arsenal team, you're looking at Saka, you're looking at Trossard, because Leandro Trossard doesn't start many games, doesn't actually get that many minutes. But when he does play, he is a shooter. He's a natural shooter. He shoots first, asks questions later, and he's naturally, if he's anywhere in around the 18-yard box from the final third, he will look for a shot. Scored a great goal a couple of games ago, didn't really celebrate. We saw he wants to be starting games, and actually that Ødegaard injury has come at a good time for Mikel Arteta to rotate and balance the team and get Trossard into the team. So big game for him. Leandro Trossard for sure. Thomas Partey, legs look like they're struggling. I said I wanted to get rid of this guy last summer. I then wanted to get rid of him again this summer. He's still here. It is what it is. We support the team, but we're seeing the legs go. Big question marks around his legs. Gabriel Martinelli, Himanshu, Wagwan, shout out Himanshu. Martinelli, he's got the legs. I know Himanshu in the chat, he doesn't rate Martinelli at all, but Martinelli's got the legs and he's got the running on Walker. We've seen it before, but can he finish? Finishing's been awful. He's a player that's clearly lacking chances. They've got some stats up here on Sky right now. 11 shots, 3 big chances missed in the last 3 or 4 games. So, you know, it's a big game for him. Martinelli's going to have to show us something. And the benches, both benches stacked with talent. Man City have got Kovacic that can come on. Kovacic, of course, someone that most people think that should have got a red card last year. Jack Grealish that can come on. Mateus Nunes who can come on. Rico Lewis, Phil Foden. They've got an abundance of talent on their bench that they can tap into. Arsenal, we've got Ben White on the bench. We've got Gabriel Jesus on the bench. Jorginho. Raheem Sterling, who actually, since he's left Man City, has had a good record of coming back to haunt them. Ethan Nwaneri, and then a couple of youngsters on the bench as well. So both teams have players that can, you know, I don't know if this is maybe quite the game I want to be seeing Ethan Nwaneri coming on in, but both teams have players that they can, you know, they can tap into and that things can change. And, you know, it's going to be a long game. It's going to be a long game for sure. So let me know what you guys think. Would I take a draw? Do I want to predict an Arsenal 1-0? I'll predict an Arsenal 1-0. I'll predict an Arsenal 1-0. Let me get my remote control. You've got to back the team. I think Arsenal are capable. More than capable of putting off a win here. It's going to be so difficult. This Man City team don't really... The one thing they do is they concede chances early. We saw Ipswich scored against them. We saw we've seen a couple of teams score against Man City quite early, but then Man City are so relentless, they will just come back. Himanshu in the chat still celebrating and laughing at the loss of Anthony Joshua last night. Nick, did you see Tyson Fury's interview? Still believes he beat Usyk and said he said give him 3 rounds. Listen, Tyson Fury is possibly the most deluded man in all of world boxing. So, but maybe he has to be the heavyweight champion. Who knows? Michael Oliver, the referee, we're just getting ready to kick off. I am nervous, very, very nervous. I can't lie. And here we go. What's happened here? Someone's gone down straight away. Rodri's down. 10 seconds into the game. They've just taken a goal kick and Rodri's down straight away. It looks like, I don't know, was there some contact with Kai Havertz? They take centre. Kai Havertz goes running in. Rodri blocks him off. And Kai Havertz just runs straight into him. And Rodri falls straight to the floor holding his face. I don't think there's any VAR review. VAR is going to be a big talking point as well. We've seen even earlier today people kicking the ball and delaying a restart and not necessarily getting carded for it. So let's see what the referee does here and how the ref manages this game. I don't think Havertz did anything wrong there. He stayed strong. He's trying to go and press the goalkeeper, as is his job. And Rodri's just standing in front of him. The ref's not really, the Man City players are trying to talk about a booking for Havertz, but the ref doesn't look very interested in it. And now Rodri's up and about. Rodri's obviously not happy with that. Let's see what Kai Havertz does here. I don't think he does a lot wrong. They're only showing it on wide angles. They're going to try and rattle Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is a player that actually doesn't really get rattled at all. He just sticks to his game and doesn't get rattled. That's one thing about him. Could be some naivety there. Shane's at home, blood. Shane's working. There could be some naivety there from Arsenal. If you go back a couple of seasons when we played Liverpool at the Etihad, and you remember Klopp and Arteta getting into this touchline argument, and it really G'd up the crowd and stuff like that, with a bit of a siege mentality that Man City have, that could really galvanise them. But look, now the game is underway properly. Already you can see such a chess match. Both teams look a little bit nervous. Arsenal probably more so than City, to be fair. This is Calafiori's first start. I think it is his first start. Definitely his first start in the league. Possibly his first start, period. Trossard playing with it at the back. We do need to get this ball long, though. We go all the way back to Raya and eventually go long. And Saka against Vardiol. Saka against Vardiol was a really interesting battle. I think Saka's got... Vardiol's obviously stronger, but I think Saka can hold him up a little bit. Try to hold that. But when the ball comes up top, can these players hold it up? Certainly Saka against Vardiol. Trossard, I'm not expecting him to do that against these centre-backs. And maybe Martinelli, I'm not expecting him to do that up against Kyle Walker. But Saka against Vardiol and Havertz against basically anyone, I'm expecting those guys to be able to hold the ball up. And there looks like a head clash there from Haaland and Saliba. Saliba gets up straight away. And what a battle that is going to be, Haaland versus Saliba. The ref's giving Haaland a warning. And this Man City team do look a bit rattled. I'm not going to lie. Haaland jumping into that challenge. There's no yellow card there. He's late and he never really looks like he's going to get the ball, but no yellow card. And Timber's first start at right back, which is his natural position. Yeah, that's facts. Martinelli hasn't scored a goal in something like 6 months. That is true. He scored in pre-season and stuff like that, but he actually hasn't scored a league goal. He's obviously low on confidence, but he needs a goal. You know what? Kai Havertz was there this time last season as well. He really needed a goal when we got that penalty and Saka and Odegaard passed it over to Havertz. Havertz took it and scored and actually went on to have a good rest of the season, both for England and for Germany, and start getting into goal-scoring form. So, these things are going to happen. We've got to manage it. And it's not just the Martinelli problem. As a team, we're not creating many chances. So when we create one chance and he doesn't score it, it looks even worse than it would normally look because we're just not playing that well and creating that many chances. So that's where we're at the moment. But I think once Odegaard comes back, Marino comes back, I think that will change. I'm confident that will change. Don't watch that, bro. Don't watch that. Don't you support, I was going to say, don't you support United? You don't support United. Who do you support? Chelsea. Chelsea have had enough fake Brazilians over the years. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure you support Chelsea anyway. No matter how good we are at playing out from the back, I always just get this little nervousness. It's a good ball switched out wide. Well, it wasn't a good ball. It was a miss. It wasn't the best pass over to Martinelli, but he still got there. Back to David Raya again. Good composure from Arsenal, but it's very risky playing it out from the back. The long passes out need to be better. Do you mean? We're playing it around at the back, and that's fine. Then when we come to pass it out, someone's got to show for it feet and be a little bit stronger because that's where we're losing the ball at the moment. We go long and then we immediately lose it off the back of that. It's only happened twice, but we've got to tighten up that passing. Or someone's got to drop in deep and come and show for it. But once that person drops deep and comes to show for the ball, they've got to have some support around them. At the moment, someone's dropping deep to receive it, but then they've got no support. Even if they do receive it, there's no one around them. We've got to move a bit more, move as a unit a little bit. Kanji goes for the switch. Good ball from Bernardo Silva. Gundogan, that was a great ball from Bernardo Silva. I think that's one of the differences between us and Man City. With us, we're still trying to hit the pass directly to a player's feet. Here, Bernardo Silva doesn't pass this ball to Gundogan. Bernardo Silva passes this ball sort of into space, and Gundogan runs onto the ball, and that's what catches the Arsenal defence out. Gabriel thinks the ball's coming to him, and Gundogan just slips in front of it. We've got to be a little bit more mobile. When we're not on the ball, our off-the-ball movement is pretty poor. We're very, very static. Man City will keep moving around. Gundogan's so class, but he mishit that shot that time. Willian miles ahead of Martinelli. He's ahead of Martinelli, maybe not miles. Willian was still part of like a failing Brazil team. Yeah, he used to have moments, Willian, but then he'd have awful moments as well. So problems here with Haaland. Haaland! Oh, bruv. 1-0 Man City already. And this is exactly what we didn't need, conceding a goal that early. 8 minutes. Because we don't have a striker that's running the channels. We just don't have a striker that's running the channel. Everything for us has to be to feet. It has to be perfect. Haaland is going to run the channel. Alexis says poor keeping. I need to see it back. I mean, it's Haaland one-on-one with the goalkeeper, so I don't know what the goalkeeper can do. Let's have a look at this again. Kyle Walker. That's poor. It's Calafiori, to be fair. Savinho just one touch spins Calafiori. Yeah. It's not the best goalkeeping. I have to say it's not the best goalkeeping. Maybe the keeper can rush out a little bit more. I think maybe the keeper can rush and try to make the angle smaller. He just sort of sits and waits. But for me, that's Calafiori there. That is Calafiori getting sent. Savinho, just one touch, dropping the shoulder, sending Calafiori. And then because of the way that we play, everything comes down to 1v1 battles. And once you lose that 1v1 battle against your winger, they're going to be straight in. 1-0 Manchester City. And now Arsenal having to play a game that they didn't really want to be playing. Alexis says that the position is off. Lex, I think Raya should come out a little bit more. That's Haaland's 100th goal for Manchester City already. I think he's the fastest player to hit 100 goals in the Premier League, which is just mad. Thomas Partey. Saka against Vardiol. Gets the ball across. And again, Doku just skinning Timber there. Both our fullbacks getting skinned, which is a problem. Man, I call him California, bro. Them man got to show some respect, bro. Only Man City in the big six can chat to us, bro. Them other man, them Chelsea United man can't chat to us right now. They just can't. Fastest 100 goals for clubs. 105 goals for Erling Haaland, 105 games for Erling Haaland, and 105 games for Cristiano Ronaldo at Real Madrid. That's the kind of quality that he's up there with. He's up there with one of the, well, arguably the greatest goal scorer of all time. So, oh look, now Shane's here. Of course I can chat to you. You don't want to hear a second ago. Now you man all want to come on 1-0 down. You man are pussies, bro. Bun you, man. How much do we put that on Arteta to change the defensive setup that we've already had? We had a defensive setup where we're not conceding many goals, conceding many chances. Mikel Arteta chooses to come into this game and change things. And he's done this before where he's the fans feel like he's overthought the Manchester City game, feeling a bit of pressure and he's overthought things a little bit. That's a great touch from Martinelli. Oh, that's a good touch and a good cross. Bernardo Silva is just so good moving between these two players. They do just play with a little bit of freedom. They do just play with a little bit more freedom than what we played with. Do you know what I mean? Our team's very, very structured. And very, very rigid. We're almost playing like a 4-4-2 at the minute. And for me, that goal, I think that goal, a lot of that comes down to Calafiori, to be honest. You know, in these types of games, if these fine margins, you can't be getting skinned like that. As soon as, even for them, as soon as one person makes a mistake, that's it. Here's Savinho against Calafiori again. Again, why does Arteta come in and change this back four? Ben White, I know he's not been on the best run of form. Calafiori just getting pulled out of position with these passes. He's really struggling to pick up the technical side of the game. Is that a free kick to Manchester City? A free kick to Manchester City on the edge of the box. This could be a problem. No Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, Savinho has Calafiori rattled 100%. There was just a little moment in there. They just passed the ball into Bernardo and then he passed it back out. And quickly, Calafiori lost his runner. He's lost his runner again. They have Gundogan on the pitch. It's probably going to be Gundogan for this free kick. Martinelli already playing better than he has been playing for the last few games. I will say that. Up against Kyle Walker, like I say, someone he's got a good track record against. What can we do from this set piece here? Oh. Comes off the post. I didn't really like David Raya's positioning for that free kick. He was stood too far to his left, toward the left. He showed a lot of the goal. Okay, he shuffled across, maybe a bit of a strategy. Corner kick. "15 minutes in, Arsenal under the cosh." And everything's coming wide. Everything's down the channels. You know, it's not even like Rice and Partey are doing anything too badly. They're just not really able to get into the game just yet. Everything that Man City are doing are coming through the channels. Get ready for this free kick to come in. Or corner kick, sorry. They go short. And what's happened here? Another Man City plays down again. Is that Rodri again? Is Rodri diving? Like, what's going on here? Man keeps going down like he's trying to get. Yeah, it is Rodri again. This time he looks like he's in a lot of pain, but he looked like that last time. Man's just going down. Any contact, and he's going down straight away. Let's see this one again. Bruv. That's twice now. Rodri's gone down. The slightest bit of contact and Rodri's gone down. Come on, bro. What's man doing? He's on a simulation team. Just hurry up and relegate these man. Like, what are we really doing? Like, just relegate these man out of the league, bro. It looks like his right knee. It looks like he's actually in some discomfort, some pain on his right knee. Never good to see players get injured in it. Like, man will never celebrate a player getting injured in it. But I will say that I don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? This guy's caused us so much pain over the last few years, bro. Even now, disrespecting us in interviews and that, bro. Get this guy out of here, bro. Then they're going to bring on Kovacic. And Kovacic should have got sent off last year anyway for that horror challenge on Ødegaard. Our passing's been horrible so far. Horrible. That needs to change. Their passing is like, there's two things they have over us. Their passing is better, and two, their initiative is better. Even when their passing isn't perfect, they're so switched on and so alert to be ready to jump on a loose ball. Any second ball, any ball that goes loose, they get there straight away. They're just a second ahead of us. See this again. There's no foul in there from Partey. They just literally clash. They clash a little bit, and then his knee sort of buckles, and then he goes down. So I say, man never understand this about Partey. Man's built like a brick shithouse, and he can just take man out like that. But then, just seeing this goal again, and Calafiori just cooked, man. Overcooked. And then it's just a straight, easy finish for Haaland. And he's just ready to run the channels. As soon as the very moment that he sees that Savinho just spins, he's running the channel straight away. And that's what we don't have. We don't actually have a player that does that, like an Isak. You know, maybe you'd say like a Watkins, but definitely an Isak. And that is poor goalkeeping, to be fair. Lex said it. That's a very stoppable shot. But the chance we've given away is so easily given away. So easy. I have to say, part of that I put on Mikel Arteta, like I say. Changing a back five that doesn't need to be changed. I'm sure he's got some tactical, technical reason why. And they are going to change and bring on Kovacic now. It's a big loss for them, but look at the squad they've got. Rodrigo's going off injured, and Kevin De Bruyne is not even playing. And these man still got they still got Gundogan, they still got Kovacic. Like, the squad they've got is mad. And now we'll take that corner again properly this time. Big header from Havertz. Havertz is such an enigma of a player, like, because he can go and get goals, but then he's just winning defensive headers as well. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, look, Martinelli just popped the ball in the air. We've got someone down injured. We've got someone down injured as well. Hang on. What is going on, bro? We better score, bro, because on a level, like, man's not trying to just sit here and watch us get cooked like this for the whole game. This is dead. Like, who's that down that was down injured? That Timber. Okay, he's getting to his feet. Say no more. But Martinelli just flicked it. Bro, what is going on? Taken quickly. Partey's taking it quickly. Martinelli. Show me something. Calafiori. Ah! What a goal! What a goal! Oh my days! Oh my days! Calafiori, are you stupid? Are you stupid? Runs over to Arteta. The absolute scenes. Oh my days! That is how you do it. Mentality, bruv. Mentality. All of that from Calafiori. That's what. Oh my word! That is so un-Arsenal-like. Thomas Partey taking the free kick nice and quick. Martinelli getting an assist. Pep is fuming. But we can do that. We can do that. That's a great goal. That is an unbelievable goal. It's Thomas Partey. I love this from Martinelli. I love that from Martinelli. Set it. This is what I'm saying. The mentality to stay strong. The mentality to stay strong there. Gets beyond. Doesn't even get beyond Kyle Walker. Left foot strike. That was David Luiz-esque. That was a David Luiz finish. Let me see that again from the reverse angle. Pause. Now, what a finish. What a finish from Calafiori. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? That is a goal. What a great goal. What a goal. Listen, let me crack open a drink for that one there. Pep and the City fans are fuming. I can see why they're fuming, but that's a legal goal, bro. If Pep weren't already bald, he'd be losing hair blood, you know, like that. Runs straight over to Arteta and says, yes, bro, I didn't let you down, Gaffer. I didn't let you down. 1-1. Game on. An Arsenal team that doesn't concede goals concedes in 8 minutes. A Man City team that doesn't concede goals at home concedes in 22 minutes. A yellow card for Ederson. Rodri's off injured. Bruv, this is all mad. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. And we need that. I said initiative. We need to show some initiative. Who blinks first now? Cross comes in. Saka doing some good defensive work. Let that be a lesson. This is what can happen when we actually go and attack. When we go and attack, we've got ballers in the team. Yeah, chat's going crazy. Himanshu said probably that's why he went bold. Didn't want them man seeing him lose his hairline. Nah, facts. He's stressed. We still need more moments. We still need, defensively. Can Timber cut that out? He can. Good header. Timber versus Doku, I think, is a very good battle. And I ain't even updated the score yet, blood. Oh, my days. Where is it, bro? Shane didn't even put one in, bro. Shane didn't even put in a 1-1. I'm leaving it as it is, blood. That is mad. I can't believe what I've just seen. Yes, Jada, what you saying? You seeing this crazy game, blood? This is mad, bro. This whole thing is crazy. Doku trying to Doku against Saka, also known as the Robert Pires derby. Savinho, he still looks dangerous though. Man just did it. Is that a Rabona pass he just did? Who does he think he is, blood? Arsenal getting their shape back. Is that a mistake for Man City or what? Like, what's the situation? I predicted 1-1. That's not going to happen now. That's definitely not going to happen. Yeah, I definitely predicted 1-1, but boy. Is that a handball from Bernardo? No handball? This game's crazy, bro. I can't lie. Good defending from Partey. Martinelli's on a run. Couldn't quite get there. They've just got danger everywhere on the pitch. Everywhere on the pitch, there's just danger, bro. Like anyone, everyone's just dangerous. Like. So yeah, little foul from Havertz. I actually love Havertz. I can't lie. Good challenge from Saka. Doku looking for a foul. That's never a foul. Get up, bruv. Man, look like Abe's Odyssey, blood. Get up, man. I'm crying like a little gal, bro. Crying for no reason, bro. Still need to be defensively a little bit more solid. Savinho's just cooked Calafiori again. Saliba battles with Haaland. Apart from that goal, Saliba's dealt with him quite well so far. Nearly half an hour in. There'll be some added time as well because obviously we had the injury. We had 2 goals, couple injuries. Ruben Diaz with the cross. We're not quick enough to counter-attack. Our counter-attack just isn't quick enough. Walker with the strike. Comfortable save for Raya. I like that. That means they're getting desperate, blood. You know what I'm saying? We see Kyle Walker going for 40-yard bangers. Yeah, that's desperation, bro. I don't mind that at all. Arsenal trying to play out from the back. It's good play from Gabriel, but Trossard didn't read it. He just nutmegged Savinho, but Gabriel nutmegging Savinho, bro. Real Brazilian bad man blood, you know what I'm saying? Serious. Hey, Mandrew, I know you rate Gabriel as well, blood. You take him at your club. Bad man. Savinho just reminds me a bit of Riyad Mahrez, bro. Just a little bit. Out to Doku. I don't like this. When Man City play the ball slow, I don't like it because you know at some point they're just going to look for the trigger and just go through the gears so fast. They go from slow to fast really quickly. The acceleration of football is mad. Looking for Savinho again, and he just can't make it. It's good defensive shape, though, from Arsenal. Good defensive shape because when they try to find that ball, it's not easy to find that ball straight through. The ref gave the signal for play to continue. Cool. And the ref's giving the signal for play to continue. Just watching back that Arsenal goal. That was a finish. That was a finish. My prediction before the game, James predicting 2-2. My prediction before the game was 1-0 Arsenal. I can't lie. Obviously, man will take a draw. I'm not going to lie. Man will take a draw. But City have just seemed, I don't want to say rattled because, you know, they can do anything at any time, but they've just seemed a bit rattled from the very beginning of the game, looking for fouls, diving, Rodri just running into Havertz and fall on the floor early. They just looked a little bit rattled, a little bit aggressive. Man City, I can't lie. They look as composed as they normally do. Do you know what I mean? Drop a like on the video if you're watching still. Half an hour in. And the game is still anybody's game. Still a good 15 minutes or so to play in this half. And like I say, you expect there's going to be a decent amount of added time. Savinho running at Martinelli. We're giving him way too much space. And Doku can't get there on the cross. They come out to win this game because you know what, yeah? When they play like a Foden, or Foden can get goals, but when they play like a Jack Grealish or something like that, that's like, man, they're going to try and hold the ball and carve you up slowly. When you're playing Doku and Savinho, they're your most direct winners. Do you know what I mean? So if we can get to a point in the game where he takes off Savinho or takes off Doku, which he always does, because he won't leave them on for the full 90. If we can get to a point in the game where he switches them out for a Grealish, that is what will change the style of the game, in my opinion. Because them man are the more direct go-getters. Jack Grealish is a bit of a sideways merchant. He's going to try and slowly control the game. Do you know what I mean? Arsenal with another free kick, and Havertz thought about taking it quickly. No yellow card for delaying the restart there. Interesting. Thomas Partey. He did take the free kick to get the Arsenal goal going. Hasn't been too involved other than that. Yellow card for Trossard. Oh my word. Trossard's first foul. Yeah, maybe it is a yellow card. Pulling the shirt back. First yellow card for Arsenal goes to Leandro Trossard. James said the refs this season have been so bad. Bro, the refs are all over the place. Do you not see Vicario doing basketball outside the box and not even getting a card for it? That was crazy. Man's basketball dribble. He double dribbled. Their centre-backs are getting up so high. The opportunity to counter-attack is there. I'm just not sure. Doku, quick 1-2. Goes for the strike, and it's wide. Is that a corner ball? A corner or goal kick? Corner. Another corner. Savinho puts it in. Kai Havertz. That's 2 or 3 great defensive headers from Kai Havertz there. Trossard, send it long. Saka's there. Use it. Release the ball, Rice. This is the difference. We're not releasing our wingers quick enough. And then we're doing this long cross-field ball. With Man City, they will just go down the wing that they're down and just drive down that wing as quickly as possible. We're not doing that. We're too slow to release the ball. When we've got the ball, we play the ball too slow. Good play from Thomas Partey there. "48 games with Rodri. They've not lost any of them. 11 games without Rodri. They lost 4 of them. So without Rodri, they're a very different team." Julian Timber getting his first little attack going. Bukayo Saka will take that corner, referee. Thank you. And we know how dangerous Arsenal can be from corners. Will we commit people forwards, though? That's the question. Here comes Gabriel. We've got the most set-piece goals and the most corner kick goals this season. Man City have the most corner goals conceded. That's mad. That's actually a crazy stat. I guess they don't really concede that many corners, maybe. First corner of the day for Arsenal, though. Good corner in. Oh, Gabriel was there. He was there, but he got just a little bit under it. But I tell you what, if we can win ourselves some more corners, that's another route we can go for a goal, because they don't look great from there. They're not defending that at all well. They've got Doku on Gabriel. Gabriel shrugs him off. And I tell you what, Calafiori just moves Vardiol out of the way, and Gabriel's there for a free header. Havertz is also there for a free header. If we get a couple more corners, it's a good delivery from Saka. I think we can score from a corner there, because they don't look great. And I'm really surprised to see Man City are the #1 team that's conceded from corners and set pieces so far this season. That's mad. They've just got so much more legs than us. Their players are more athletic than ours. And you can see that. Like our centre backs are not driving forwards with the ball. Our centre mids don't look as comfortable on the ball. But we've got our own strengths that we need to play to. And that assist from Martinelli will give him big confidence. He needs a goal. If he can get a goal today, I told you he performs well. Martinelli performs really well against Liverpool and Man City. He just steps up against these teams. Himanshi said, yes, Nick, having goal-scoring defenders is such an underrated thing. I remember back in the days, you used to have Terry, Cahill, Ivanovic, Louise could pop up anytime for a goal. 100%. 100%. Bro, we've got our defenders scoring goals from outside the box, blood. It's not even just scoring from set pieces. Like, remember against Bournemouth in Saliba's first season? I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year before. Good defender from Calafiori. He scored an own goal against Bournemouth and then went up the other end and scored a banger like Calafiori did. This is good football from Arsenal. Can we get out? Can we get out quickly? That is really good football from Arsenal. Saka slowed the game down a little bit, though. And now Man City are pen back in their half. Yeah, goal scoring defenders is important. Goal scorers across the pitch. That's what it's about. Like, modern football is about balance, isn't it? Any of these men can score goals. And Saliba literally went up the other end and scored a banger against Bournemouth after scoring an own goal. Very similar to Calafiori today, where he's made a mistake that cost us a goal. He's gone up the other end and scored. And that's a sign of a good mentality. Rice, can you play the ball forwards? This is very frustrating from Arsenal because we had Man City push back in their own half, and we passed and ended up all the way back at David Raya again. And then we go long. Havertz, can you get a flick? Good touch from Havertz. Saka, drive with the ball forwards now. He will drive with the ball. Doku's coming over. Trossard goes for the cross. Not the best cross. Arsenal, the game's just starting to open up a little bit more. Martinelli getting beyond Walker. Calafiori getting more confident now. A little 1-2 from Martinelli and Gabriel. Martinelli to the byline. Cuts it across. Trossard was there as well. Arsenal are just growing into the game slowly. And it's about committing those numbers forwards. Look, Martinelli he just peels off of... That's two really good chances created by Martinelli, to be fair. He might not get a goal today, but he's creating chances. There's 2 chances he's created that haven't resulted in goals, and one that he's created which has resulted in goals, and that's why he's so important. That's why Martinelli's so important. And Trossard was under a lot of defensive pressure. You'd want him to do better, but he's got Gundogan or Vardy right on his shoulder. Long ball to Haaland. Gabriel's trying to hold him up. Saliba coming forwards. How's Walker gone down like that? The tiniest touch from Trossard and he's gone down. Come on, man. Trossard's got to be careful. He is on a yellow card. And he's a player that we don't really have too much of a replacement for. So if we do have to rotate Trossard, it's probably going to be Havertz that drops in with Gabriel Jesus coming on. Which, the way the game's going, I'm not mad at that substitution. Havertz dropping in the midfield and winning the ball in the air. I'm not mad at that. Because Trossard is chasing and running things down. He's getting little fouls and he's on a yellow. And I just don't trust Michael Oliver to not do something stupid. So Kyle Walker goes for a long diagonal. It's cut out. Both teams have tried these long diagonal passes, and most of the time they've not come off for both teams. Kovacic coming forwards. Savinho, another little cheeky pass. But David Raya gathers. We look so much more stable since we've scored that goal and made it 1-1. And we're just going to pick our moments to attack. We're not going to go all out attack. It's not Tony Pulis football and all these kind of things that people are saying. We're just picking the right moments to attack. But we've got to be more prolific, like I said before the game. Good touches there to get to play out. Saka. That's all come from Saliba, that one. Overlapped. Declan Rice. Is that a corner? Yeah, we'll take that corner. We will take that. Thank you very much. That's better from Rice. And I'll tell you what, that's all come from Gabriel Saliba. Saliba just wins the ball, nice and calm, brings it down, and just starts getting some play going. A little flick on from Partey, a little flick on from Rice, and we're in. Just coming to 45 minutes now. What a time this would be if we could go and get a goal here. Gabriel will fancy this. He's not going to be rattled by Kyle Walker. Saka. Back post again. Ah! Yes! Yes! Come on, I told you, Gabriel is there. It's there. Our corner kicks are like penalties, bro. If you give us a corner, it's a penalty. What a time to score. What a time to score. 2-1 Arsenal. Yes! That's only 2 corners. There's so many times that it takes Arsenal 4, 5, 6 corners to score a goal. And this time, it's only taken us 2. We took the first corner and we saw straight away he's gone to the back post. Calafiori would occupy Vardio, and it's going to be Gabriel running in. And they've tried to put Walker on him. The first time they had Doku, this time they had Walker on him. Let's see this go again. Calafiori does the same thing. Calafiori occupies Vardio, and then he just runs in for not quite a free header, but he runs in. He just steps beyond Kyle Walker, and once Kyle Walker's wrong side of him, just like we said, look at that. Calafiori just leaning on Vardio, takes him out of the game. I tell you what, Calafiori made that mistake for that first goal, but he's been brilliant since then. Absolutely brilliant. 2-1 Arsenal. Come on. This is mad. This is actually crazy. 6 minutes of added time, though. 6 minutes of added time. And Kyle Walker hangs his head in shame. He's absolutely fuming with himself because they knew. They absolutely knew. And I tell you what, if we get a corner again, I back us to go and score a third. You know. There's a VAR check on... Oh, no, there's not. Okay, cool. I thought there was a VAR check, but there's not. The game's kicked off. Now, Arsenal have to not get overconfident, not do it Anthony Joshua last night, not get in our emotions, not get overconfident, and just keep playing the game the way that we have been. It's a yellow card for Ruben Diaz as well. I'm not sure what that's for. Said after the first corner, we're likely to see a goal from a corner. Exactly what I said. Calafiori, they've got Vardio at the back post, but Vardio is a very good defender, but he's not super strong. Arsenal will go long now. Great little touch from Trossard, and Martinelli can't get on the end of that. Unlucky. Gabriel's actually a captain in the making. He's a captain in the making, I can't lie. "48 minutes in, 3 minutes into the added time. Let's just get to the half, nice and sensible." Something that's been poor with Arsenal is that game management. Let's just get sensibly to the half-time whistle, and then go and take stock, and then we can discuss everything that we've seen, because it's been an action-packed first half. The game has not let us down. Saliba always an outball, long by Raya. Oh, and Saka almost got onto the end of that. Still battling Akanji. And Akanji's just so strong. So big and so strong. Vardio. The ball put right onto Vardio's head, and Gabriel just runs in and gets that second goal as predicted. Now to be sensible, just soak up this pressure. Arsenal back in a defensive shape. And Jurriën Timber, brilliant. He's not... Jurriën Timber being like a bit quicker and a bit more of an attacking player than Ben White. He doesn't get as roped in by dropping the shoulders and the skills as Ben White does. He's not as big and solid as Ben White. But Ben White is more likely to struggle with a really tricky winger like Doku. And like I say, can we nullify Doku and nullify Savinho to the point where they go and take him off for a Grealish or someone? And Kanji goes for a floated ball over the top. Calafiori will deal with that. No foul. Savinho waiting for the foul. There was no foul given. Good pass from... That was a decent pass from Martinelli, but Havertz just couldn't hold it up. And Arsenal just working hard to cut off any passing lines that are out there. Any passing lines they're cutting off. And Ruben Diaz and Kyle Walker are looking left and looking right and looking left and looking right and just can't find a pass. And then they try to find the pass and they go straight through for a goal kick. This is brilliant defensive shape from Arsenal. Brilliant, brilliant defensive shape from Arsenal. We should be coming up to half-time any time now. Then we can break everything down because it's been a crazy half. This game. Is that half-time? Mikel's gone down the tunnel already, I think. No, not half-time. Poor pass from Trossard. Partey gets their good tackle. The ref's going to give him a yellow card. Who's getting a yellow card for that? That looked like a really good tackle. Oh, no, he's late. Fair enough. Game management, boys. Let's see this out. We're about to go into the 7th minute of added time when there's only 6 minutes added time. I thought the whistle was going to go after that last play, but apparently not. We can just get this ball out. We should get to the end of the half. And Trossard has just nudged. Is that going to be a second yellow card for Trossard? Is that a red card for Trossard? It's a red card for Leandro Trossard. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I did say we might need to get him off. We might need to get him off. And Arteta cannot believe it. Game management. I said game management. Let's get to the end of the half. Let's just get to the end of the half. He's giving him a little nudge in the back. It's the same as Declan Rice. Is it a foul? It's probably a foul, possibly a foul. Does it need to be a yellow card? Does it need to be a second yellow card? Definitely not. Definitely not. It's a second yellow card for Leandro Trossard, and he's sent off. I need to see it back. The players are arguing, but there's no point arguing. I don't know who the captain is, but we need to get this under control. A second yellow card for that? Are we serious? We're now 8 minutes into added time anyway, and it's a second yellow card, and I cannot believe what I've just seen. Arteta obviously is furious, as you can imagine. We'll now have no Ødegaard and no Trossard for the next game. I don't know if maybe Timber has to come off for Ben White or we can just try to bed in. I do not know. The second red card so far this season. Arteta gives him a big hug and says it's not your fault. That is a ridiculous decision. Chat, you guys in the chat, let me know. Is it just me? Is that a ridiculous decision or not? That's a wild decision. A second yellow card for that. They're not in any attacking position. They're in the middle of the half. They're in the middle of the pitch. They're not about to mount an attack. It's basically the last phase of play before the whistle goes. A second yellow. And now Michael Oliver blows the whistle. How is that a clear red card? A clear red card? Are you serious? You man had Lisandro Martinez trying to stomp on man's head yesterday and didn't get a card for that. We had Vicario bouncing the basketball outside the box and didn't get a card for that. And that's a clear red card to you. Saka's the captain for the day. He's having a chat with the ref. I don't think that's a clear red card at all. I'll tell you why. They're going in for a shoulder-to-shoulder, and Bernardo Silva at the last minute turns his back, and then the shoulder comes into his back. They're about to go in for a shoulder-to-shoulder, and then Bernardo Silva turns his back, and then that's why it ends up hitting him in the back. But he's not deliberately charged into the back of him. No, did he? He's not deliberately gone into the back of him at all. I don't think that's a clear red card at all. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. What a ridiculous decision. That is worse than the Declan Rice red card. We are getting sillier and sillier red cards. And it comes across more and more. Maybe it's not corruption. Maybe everyone has it. But it feels like more and more, these men just don't want us to win the Premier League. The red card on Rice was already ridiculous. That is insane. Does anyone other than Shane, because I'm going to block Shane from the chat, but does anyone other than Shane think that's a red card? How? How is that a red card? And I said, game management. Let's just manage the game and get to the half-time. Let's just manage the game and get to half-time. What a ridiculous decision. This half has been crazy. 2-1 Arsenal. But you know what? Let's look at the positives, yeah? We are away at Manchester City. We're winning 2-1. Rodri, not positives, but let's look at what's happened. 2-1 at half-time. Cool. Rodri, off injured. Edison, yellow card. Ruben Diaz, yellow card. Bro, let's break this game down. Let's break this game down. Himanshu says it was the second yellow. Oh, bruv. You man are not serious. You man. Okay. Let's break down this game so far. Let's break down what's happened here, because I'm bugging. Okay. Listen, the game kicks off, and from the kickoff, Havertz runs straight into Rodri, straight away. And Rodri goes down looking like he's injured or whatever he's doing. Eventually, he's fine. The game starts. 9 minutes in, Arsenal go 1 goal down. You're thinking, this could be a big problem. It's Calafiori's first big game in an Arsenal shirt. His first kind of Premier League, not his first Premier League start, but his first big game against a big team like Manchester City. He's not played any big teams like that. Savinho, really tricky winger, great signing from Manchester City in the summer, just drops the shoulder and spins away from him, plays in Haaland, and 10 minutes in, it's 1-0 Manchester City. So we're like, okay, we're panicking. 10 minutes later, Calafiori goes up the other end. It's a great ball out to quick free kick. Partey over the top. Martinelli's running. He gets beyond Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker, I'm not going to say doesn't look at it, but he's had a couple of howlers. Cuts the ball back, and Calafiori left foot bending away from the goalkeeper. What a finish that is! And then 45 minutes, right on what should have been half time, Gabriel scores a header. We've only had 2 corner kicks, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we only had 2 corner kicks in that game. The first one, it didn't go in. It didn't result in a goal. But I did say, if you've been here for the whole stream, you'll know, I did say, here's how we can score from this corner. Calafiori, he occupies Vardiol. We've got Vardiol at the back post. Calafiori is much bigger and much stronger than Vardiol. Leans on him, creates space for Gabriel to run in. I could see that from the first corner. The second corner comes in, and that's exactly what happens. The change they make on the second corner is Doku on the first corner is marking Gabriel. On the second corner, it's not Doku. They take Doku off and they say, you know what? Let's put someone bigger, stronger, more athletic, and they put Kyle Walker, which I do get. He's got pace and he's strong. Let's put Kyle Walker on him. But it doesn't matter. It don't matter, because at the end of the day, it's big Gabriel, and he drops the shoulder on Kyle Walker, gets there for a free header, smashes the ball into the back of the net. There's 6 with everything that's happening in that. Rodri's gone off for an injury. All sorts of different things are happening. And in all of this, there's 6 minutes of added time. We get to the 6th minute of added time, and for whatever reason, the ref is still playing the game. When David Raya takes that goal kick for us on the 51st minute, I'm thinking the game's done. I don't think enough happens, bar the goal and some of the celebrations. I don't think enough happens in between 45 and 51 to add any more time on. When it gets to that goal kick, it should already be time. The time should be finished. And what are we doing? The ref allows phase after phase of play to keep going. And I'm thinking, why is this game even still going? Eventually, we send the ball long because we're under the cosh a little bit. We send it long. Trossard nudges down Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva falls on the floor and makes a big old meal about it, even though I'm sure he's going to be up and perfectly fine in the second half. And then he gets a red card. That's the second red card in, 5 league games? This is a big problem for Arsenal, because that game management bit isn't there. Game management for Declan Rice that cost us 2 points against Brighton. Game management from Trossard, which could potentially cost us 2 points today. And we could easily be perfect at this moment in time. We could easily be perfect at this moment in time. You know, we should be on 4 wins, if not for that silly red card from Declan Rice. And we're winning this game. Nobody goes to Man City and wins. We saw they haven't lost at home in the last 47 games or something like that. They don't really lose at home. We're 2-1 up at half-time. We could easily be the people to break that. We know how much Man United go on about stopping Arsenal's 49-game unbeaten streak. You know, this is where we can pull a lot of confidence from going there and stopping these kind of things from happening. But then this stupid red card happens, and honestly, you know, it's going to be one of those, just like the Declan Rice red card. Maybe it's letter of the law, but we've got to manage the game better. We've got to manage the game better. Luckily, we're 2-1 up. We've got a bit of a cushion, and we feel pretty confident. I feel confident we get 1 or 2 more corners, we will score one of those corners. But with the way that these guys play, the defensive shape that we had, you got Walker with the ball on the edge of our box, or Ruben Diaz, and they're looking left, they're looking right, they're looking left, they're looking right, but they can't find a pass because of our defensive shape. That is going to be gone. With Trossard being sent off, that's going to be gone. Do you mean? We will not be able to have... Normally what we have is we've got a good defensive shape and we've got one person out there running and chasing down their players. We're not going to have that runner. They're going to have a lot more time to pick out their pass. And, you know, I wouldn't have been surprised if we saw like a Jack Grealish come on for a Doku. I'm not sure that happens now. Do you mean? I think they're going to feel that they can keep running at us and we're going to be really hard pressed. It's going to be a long second half to try to get through this second half without conceding a goal. And because we're not going to be able to counter-attack as much, we're not going to get as many corners, which is going to be a big problem for us. But I will say some standout performers for us. Calafiori and Gabriel, brilliant. Saliba, brilliant. Again, all of our back 4-5 have been the star players of the show. I think Partey has actually played really, really well so far this game. He's a player that... Listen, when we come up against teams like Manchester City, I really worry about his legs, the physical side of the game, and I worry about his legs. That looks like it's gone from him. But they're just showing that stupid red card again. And the ref couldn't wait to give it as well, Michael Oliver. Such a pussy. I hate Michael Oliver so much. Absolutely ridiculous. The game's gone. But we can still win this game. We can still win this game. We are in the driver's seat. We have to remember that. We're winning 2-1. If they're gonna win, they have to come and score. Do you know what I mean? And we have to, what Mikel Arteta now has to do is set up some sort of game plan which counteracts the fact that they have to score. They have to come out and get us. And how do we counter-attack against that? How do we counter-punch against their attack? That's for him to go in and work out with the team. So disappointing from Leandro Trossard. And I'll tell you what, you know, he's a player. I don't want to criticize Arsenal players. I love all the players we've got in our squad at the moment and different things like that. But he's someone that's knocking on the door for being a starter. He's, you know, I mean, he was obviously unhappy that he wasn't starting. He said openly he wants to get more minutes. He wants to be starting. You know, he came off the bench and scored and thought that would get him a starting position. Fine. Then Ødegaard gets injured. Here you go. Here's your opportunity for a month period to be the regular starter. Show us what you've got. And he goes out there and he gets himself a red card. How is that going to help you get into the starting 11? How is that going to help you get into the starting 11? Even if it is a stupid red card, and a red card I don't think should be given, how's that going to help you? It's not, is it? It's a ridiculous decision from him. Absolutely ridiculous. But listen, positives. We've had 33% of possession. And with 33% of possession, we've both had 2 shots on target. They've had 2 shots on target. We've had 2 shots on target. Even though they've had twice as much of the ball as us. So the game plan that we've got is working. It's just how much is obviously then being a man down. A man down against Manchester City. You would bet good money that most teams in the world cannot survive 45 minutes without conceding a goal against the Manchester City team as good as this. But that's what we're going to have to do in this second half if we're going to win. That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to survive 45 minutes of, you know, man said he's getting a stomachache. What's that stomachache from, blood? Bloody Bernardo getting a stomachache, bro, falling over nothing. I don't know what's going on with Man City. Man City came out really aggressive and they just seemed a little bit rattled from the very first whistle. Like I say, Rodri went over something small. They seemed to, he was putting his thumb up sarcastically, getting in Kai Havertz's face and different things like that. They seem really rattled. I think that we had them on the ropes. I really do. Until that stupid red card. And we don't have a natural replacement. Man's got stones in his gallbladder, bro. Yeah, you gotta get some surgery or something and get that taken care of. That's a mad thing. I'm furious. Absolutely furious. How often in the last 10 years have we been able, from Wenger, from late Wenger days, have we been able to go to the Etihad and be 2-1 up, only to throw it away? Not necessarily throw it away because we still got a whole 45 minutes football to play, but only to go and do something so stupid. We had them on the ropes. We had them on the ropes. They were looking rattled. They're running over to the ref, arguing about everything. Rodri's going down injured. Bernardo's going down. We had them absolutely on the ropes. The game plan was brilliant. And we've potentially pissed it away. Alexis says the ref did that to make up for the complaints on the first goal. Potentially, the ref was so ready to give that second yellow card. He had one hand in his pocket straight away. Does that need to be given? It was 6 minutes of added time, and that free kick, that foul happens in 45 plus 8. We shouldn't even still be playing. The whistle should have been gone. It should have been half time. Why is the game even continuing to go? Absolutely ridiculous. Atta22 said, I missed the red card. What happened? Arsenal are basically bedded into camped out in our box, just trying to see out the game. One of our defenders kicks the ball long. Bernardo is waiting for the ball to come down, and Trossard gives him a nudge, and he falls down. Bernardo Silva is facing his own goal. It's not like we've stopped an imminent attack or anything like that. Bernardo Silva is facing his own goal. He's looking outwards to his own goal. There's no chance of them attacking. It's 45 plus 8 when there was only 6 minutes of added time, so the whistle should have gone anyway. And the refs decided to give him a second yellow for that. I could see it being a yellow card. I can't see it being a second yellow card. Alexis, what do you think? Is that a red card, in your opinion? I just can't see that. And I said the change that I would probably make, commentary said the yellow was for kicking the ball away, not for the challenge. Well, I'm watching on Sky, and all they keep showing is the foul, is the nudge in the back. They just keep showing that over and over and over again. What's going on here? Have we missed the kickoff? Has Sky just missed the kickoff? Oh, no, they're still showing. No, they're still showing some of the highlights. Okay, cool. They missed the kickoff. Lex is a Man United fan. Even Lex is saying not a red, very petty. And it's overtime. When he lined up for that goal kick, Lex, I thought that's the whistle. I thought the whistle's going. It looks like maybe Calafiori's going to come off and Ben White's going to come on. I would have maybe looked to switch Ben White with Jurriën Timber, given how good Calafiori's been playing. But maybe, I know it's Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka's off. Finally, Bukayo Saka gets a rest. It only takes going 2-1 up at the Etihad and going down to 10 men for Bukayo Saka to get a rest. Fair enough. And it's Ben White that's going to come on for Saka. That's an interesting switch. Arsenal looking to maybe go to a back five. And I'll tell you who's been very good in that first half. It's Kai Havertz. Maybe not from an attacking perspective, but from a defensive perspective, defending every corner. They've had 2 corners, and both times it was Kai Havertz that won the header to clear that corner. For me, he's going to be instrumental, Kai Havertz. He's been dropping in that midfield. Obviously, we've got to basically play with no striker. Dropping into that midfield, he is going to be instrumental if we are going to win this game. It looks like maybe Declan Rice has taken the armband. Saka was obviously the captain, and now he's now gone off. We're just lining up for the second half. It's going to be a long, dramatic second half here. So it looks like Ben White, Gabriel, Saliba, all in the back three. Calafiori and Timber making it a back five. Who's on yellow cards for them? Edison's on a yellow card, I think. Edison and Diaz both on yellow cards. Thomas Partey for us also on a yellow card. So, but Thomas Partey is a bit of a risk. Thomas Partey is a little bit of a risk. You know, you don't think Diaz is very unlikely to get a second yellow. Edison's very unlikely to get a second yellow unless something crazy happens. But Thomas Partey with the legs, hopefully being camped back in our half, means that, you know, he hasn't got to do too much running because his positioning is not too bad, but it's the running that's really the problem. 40 seconds in and here we go. This is it. Camped into our box and trying to soak up the pressure. Let's see if we can do it. It's a straight shootout now of we know, you know what we're going to do. We know what you're going to do and who can do it better. Walker finds a pass straight through, but goes to David Raya. Alexa says, for me, that challenge is a look and a final warning. Referee the game as it's happening, especially when you go into extra time. 100%. 100%. Does that need to happen there? I'm not sure. For example, if Ruben Diaz makes a rash challenge now when we're going through, let's see if he gets a red card or not. I have a sneaky suspicion he won't get a red card, but let's see. Akanji's gone down. Feels like there was an elbow from Havertz. Himanshu said Arteta's got to do with Jose now. 100%. From an attacking perspective, it's going to be about Havertz or Martinelli. We're just going to have to look for Martinelli and use his legs. If we're going to try and soak up pressure, if we can get the ball, go long to Martinelli. That's it. Out wide to Savinho. And again, two defenders scoring our goals. Gabriel and Calafiori scoring the goals. One is a set piece, one is open play. Good initiative from Thomas Partey. Cross comes in to Haaland. And David Raya catches. Saliba's done well marshalling Haaland so far. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Himanshu said he would have taken off Havertz because of the pace. But Havertz is so good in the air. So when we go long, he's somebody that can help the ball stick. We can't really go long to Saka or Martinelli. They don't have the physicality. The ball's cut back, Kovacic, and the shot's over. Havertz, I'm not taking him off. Definitely not in a situation like this. He's very, very combative and wins a lot of his 50-50s, wins a lot of challenges. Even here, it's Havertz that's sliding in to stop Kovacic and put him off for the shot. And when we go long, it's Havertz also, who, like I say, is going to either get flick-ons for Martinelli or make the ball stick. So he's so important. You know, he's not got the pace to do the counter-attack thing in the way that Saka has, but we can use the pace of Martinelli. But Havertz is very, very important, especially in these types of situations. This is what he's there for. And David Raya made an unbelievable double save in the draw against Atalanta. Let's see what he can do here in this second half. The ref is giving fouls for basically anything now. Foul called on Timber. Ben White's the obvious one. He's normally a starting 11 player. He's a defender. That makes sense. But when we get to the late stage of the game, it'll be interesting to see what changes Mikel Arteta makes when we get to, you know, provided that we don't concede. If we can get to 70 minutes, say, without conceding. Coming up to minute 50. And they're just on the edge of our box, just going sideways and sideways and sideways. And Arsenal just moving our defensive line with Havertz and Martinelli just running between the four on the edge of the box, just trying to not let them get a clean strike away, a clean strike or a clean pass. If they are going to get a strike or a pass, just make it a little bit scrappy, any type of deflection, anything. It's a good pass through from Kovacic. Havertz tries to get away now. Great play from Havertz. He gets brought down. No foul. Thought he was brought down by Ruben Diaz, but no foul there. Thought that was good dribbling from Kai Havertz, to be fair. Savinho and Calafiori continue to battle. What is going on? The ref didn't blow for the foul. The lino didn't blow for the foul. And then when we're breaking away, the lino decides to flag. He didn't flag at first. Big game for Calafiori. He's had some highs and some lows in this game. Savinho just cooked in there again. Really, really difficult winger to try and deal with, but that's what you're going to have in the Premier League. Gundogan and Bernardo both over this. Doku unmarked at the back post. Bernardo Silva. Oh, that's a wasted free kick. It goes straight over and goes out for a goal kick. Other than that goal, Calafiori's getting cooked. No. He's been cooked twice. I would say he's been cooked twice by Savinho, but he's done a lot of good stuff as well. After that, he started to kind of grow into the game and be a little bit more confident. Once he got his confidence underneath him, I thought he was okay. He made a few crucial tackles. I didn't think he was terrible, but yeah, obviously Savinho's he's got the better of him a couple times for sure. Martinelli needs to work to get back. They're just camped out on our half. And the thing is, people will say, oh, Mikel Arteta is going to be a Tony Pulis. We're 10 men down at the Etihad. What does anybody do 10 men down at the Etihad? Like, do you know what I mean? It's context. You have to look at the context of the game and the context of the situation. Another strike goes wide from that was Ruben Diaz that time. He never really wanted that shot, but there was nothing else on, so he had to take it, and it just goes sailing wide. "35 minutes." Rance called Calafiori an Italian Dan Burn. Brother, I've never seen Dan Burn score a goal like I just saw Calafiori score. I don't know what he's talking about. Do you know what I'm saying? Rance's team's got a man like Martinez starting at centre back. So boy, I don't know. I don't know about them man there. Savinho. It's good defending from Timber to send it out for a throw on rather than a goal kick. Just feels so. I don't feel like we can keep them out for the whole half. I just don't feel like we can. Hopefully we can. I'm going to back them and hope that we can. But Calafiori again stepping in. He's the one that's made that interception. And who is that said it? Is it Ben White sent it long, and they just weren't quite on the same page. In terms of counter-attacking and us going and getting a goal, we have to all be on the same page about how we're going to go about doing that, because the structure is so important here. Ruben Diaz again. So another strike. Jury and Timber up against Doku. Such a good battle. Good block from Calafiori. Martinelli, can we travel with it? Can we get it under? This is tense, I'm not going to lie. $55 minutes, just 10 minutes down. And Man ain't trying to see, there's nothing else really happening right now. So if we get to 90, I don't want to see anything more than 1 minute at a time, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no fouls, no cards, no goals, no nothing, bruv. When it hit 90 minutes, ref, Doku and Timber in another great battle again. And that time Havertz comes over and helps out. If we get to 90 minutes, yeah, bro, Dan Bernadeschi's hilarious. That is funny. Back-to-back corner kicks for Manchester City. We're going to have to be close to perfect to get through this game. We're in a tough position. They've taken it short, which seems a strange decision. Martinelli does really well against Doku. Kovacic's on the edge of the box waiting. Kyle Walker with the strike. And it's saved by Raya and sent out. Brother, come on, man. I know it's difficult, but we can't be letting them shots happen. We just can't, like. Manji said, Doku's a scrub. They need Jack or Foden. Probably Foden, bro, because Foden can shoot and he can pick a pass. I think Jack's one of the most overrated players in the league, personally. He just shuffles sideways, bro, with electric slide, bro. Some Irish electric slide. And I think he's overrated. I think Foden's more, if he gets a half chance, he can shoot, he can create, he's got good feet, he can dummy a shot, step over, he can create something. Foden's more likely to move Arsenal defenders out of position. I don't think Jack is. A Kanji now. Ball played into Haaland. Gabriel stands strong. And it goes out. Is that another corner? "57 minutes in, 12 minutes into the second half, Arsenal just not really attacking, just trying to soak up this pressure. This is where you need Rob Holding. Where's Rob Holding when you need him? Just bring him on. What a save that is from David Raya. What a save. They are knocking at the door, coming up to 60 minutes, nearly 15 minutes in. We're a third of the way through the second half. Can we do it? Half an hour longer to try not to concede a goal. The best defence in the league this season and last season. Good defensive header. And we're not really giving friendly passes to Martinelli. That pass a little bit short. (10-0-0) formation. That's what it needs to be, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? We're 2-1 up at the Etihad, blood. Do you know what I mean? Most teams don't do this. So I don't know, 10 men against Man City at home. What are you gonna do, right? I mean, this is all you can do. But we keep giving away corners, and I understand it's difficult, but we keep giving away corners, and eventually you feel like statistically they've got to score one, surely. So you want to try and limit them as much as possible, but let's see what happens. They go short again. Big save from Raya again. Big save from David Raya. Again, it's Thomas Partey just trying to bring the ball down in the box. We ain't got time to bring the ball down. Just get rid of it first time. Whatever way you're facing, send it out. It's Vardy gets the shot away. Again, restricting their defenders to shots and not their attackers. And we'll get criticised for this, of course, because people like to criticise Arsenal. But if we can keep them out and not concede, we could end the day on the top of the Premier League table, right? So nobody would have had us beating Manchester City. Nobody would have predicted that, and nobody would have predicted it, especially with 10 men. But we still got a lot of football to play. Saliba, good header. Calafiori, good defending. Rice, just get rid of it. Trying to fucking dribble the ball out. Just send it, man. You're trying to dribble it for. You've got 3 people around you. Just kick it out. Is Arteta the Poundland Simeone? I don't think so, bro, because at the end of the day, when he first came, people said that he was copying Pep. Now people say he's copying Simeone. Like, which one is it, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? He can tactically do different things. Last year, we were like the highest scorer, other than Haaland, we're the highest scoring team. So it's not just that we play defensive all the time. We do it when we need to. Do you know what I mean? We've got Odegaard out injured, Marino out injured. We're playing Spurs, Atalanta, and Man City all away from home. So to come through that, if you can come through that with 7 points without key players, nobody would have bet that you could do that. Declan Rice releases Martinelli, and Martinelli just doesn't have the legs. Calafiori again, good defending. Calafiori, really good defending. You know what? I've praised Calafiori more times than I've knocked him. I think I can think of 2 situations where he got absolutely skinned. One that led to the goal and one that led to the free kick. Other than that, he's done well. He has done well. Not to mention, obviously, going up the other end and getting the goal, but he's done very well. Havertz has run over and is having a chat with Mikel Arteta. David Raya's down. I don't know how serious this is from David Raya, but he's down. I don't know if it's cramp or what it is, but he's down at the moment. And this is the last thing that we need. And someone on the bench is getting a yellow card. I don't know who that is. Who's getting a yellow card there? Miles Lewis Skelly on the bench. Youth team player for Arsenal's getting a yellow card. What for? And Arteta's going to give a team talk while Raya just gets some treatment. 25 minutes left of regular time. And David Raya seems okay. Now, that's not the dark arts, bro. Man, David Raya could be seriously injured, man. Do you know what I mean? Player welfare in that, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Rodri was talking about going on strike the other day, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Now he's been struck down with injury, blood. Stay there. Ball over the top. Haaland's running onto it. Gabriel clears. That's what we need to do. Just send that ball out. Tell you what, if it stays like this, it's going to be another Gabriel man of the match performance again, just like it was against Atalanta or against Spurs. He got man of the match. Spurs it was, isn't it? Because it's Premier League man of the match, so probably against Spurs. City trying their quick 1-2s, and again, it's good from Gabriel just sending it out towards the corner flag. Make Ederson come for it. Make them reset. Give us a bit of time. That's exactly what we need. Doku. Jinking and jinking and jinking. That's a great challenge. That's a huge challenge. That challenge was a gamble. That could have easily, in years gone by, that would have easily been a penalty. Wow. Walker winding up for a shot. Just not letting them get a clean shot away. Doku trying to be the one to take the initiative now. Shot comes straight at Partey. And Ederson coming all the way out to the halfway line just to help them recycle the ball. If we can get a counter-attack away, we could be in for a third, but just got to keep focusing on defending for now. This is so tense, bro. I know if you're not an Arsenal fan, maybe this is dead. But for me, as an Arsenal fan, this is tense. The shape has maybe gone a little bit. Akanji has a shot. Kai Havertz wins the header. And Doku's starting to get more and more lively. But he's just cutting in and cutting in and cutting in and not really going anywhere at the moment. Declan Rice tackles Walker. Savinho, he's going to want a shot. And that's over. Come on. And now here comes Phil Foden. And that's the change I expected. Phil Foden is the guy. He's a baller, man. Phil Foden's a baller, right? He's levels ahead of Jack Grealish, in my opinion. It's Doku that comes off. He must have known his time was coming up. And now here comes Phil. And Phil's not only got... Phil is just like... He's so versatile. He's got good feet. He's got a good shot. He can pick a pass. There's so many different things he can do. But can he defend? Kai Havertz goes down. And the ref has given the foul. First favourable decision we've got from this referee today. Let's see what that foul was. So Ruben Diaz elbows him in the head, but no second yellow card. No second yellow card, though. Interesting. Rans just called him documents. Rans is an idiot. Rans is an idiot, bro. Man, like DocuSign, blood. That's mad. We were in there for a shot. Calafiori just couldn't get the ball under control. Timber, Gabriel. We've got the ball for the first time now in the opposition half. And Martinelli's not in behind, but he's up high with Walker. But he just lost his balance, Martinelli, and Walker's going to try and come back and counter now. And they're going to look for Haaland, probably. It's very, very frustrating from Martinelli just to lose the ball so easily there. Fair enough, he's up against Kyle Walker, but he's just losing the ball so easily. I want to know what Miles Skelly got a yellow card for. That's still tickling me. I'm not going to lie. 70 minutes in, just 20 minutes left. Less than, or maybe 20 minutes of added time. Kovacic on the edge of the box, trying to find a clear path to goal and get an angle. Oh, the little deflected shot, and David Raya was able to gather it. Literally deflected off Saliba and off of Foden's face, and then Foden was nearly in there. Calafiori down. A little bit of cramp, maybe. Here comes Jakub Kivior. Mikel Arteta is an absolute sicko. Another defender. I wonder if we get Sterling on for the last 10 minutes. Sterling in replacement of Martinelli, just on the counter-attack. Coming up to 75 minutes in. Jakub Kivior coming on now. Come on. And Kivior won't look to play no football, you know. He's more likely to just send the ball long. Can Havertz win that first header? The ball bounces. No one wins it. Declan Rice now. Oh, Timber, good battle. I think Timber's been underrated this game. That's good play from Timber, but no one supporting him. Good play from Timber, though. Man, drinking Hennessy, you know. That's a mad thing, bro. What's Big Steve saying? He's probably cussing. Tell you what, 75 minutes. And we ain't conceded. Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm surprised we got this far. I don't know, man. I don't know. You never know. It's one moment. One moment, Himanshu. You never know, bro. Man said he thinks we're going to win it now. You never know, bro. Man City are bringing on another attacker. It looks like they're bringing on another attacker anyway. Probably Jack Grealish, maybe. "15 minutes left." Oh, the tension, bro. Another just average shot that comes through from Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz probably had the most shots in the game today, to be fair. Man said they're just hoofing the ball like Bruno. It's John Stones that's coming on. John Stones coming on, another defender. Interesting. You got Arsenal camped out in their box. They're bringing on another defender. Kai Havertz, good battle. Vardio did really well to get beyond Timber there. I wonder who's going to come off for John Stones and what part he's going to play. Ball into Haaland. Haaland spins, tries to get a shot. Can Declan Rice just get that ball clear? He can. That's not bad. I don't mind that from Rice. I do not mind that at all. And City don't look massively creative. Obviously, they've got talent in their team. They can always get a goal. Foden trying to drive. And it's poor from Foden. Oh, it's Stones and Grealish that are coming on. That could be a worry. Grealish is probably going to go wide and try and drive to the byline. Kyle Walker that's coming off for Stones. And Jack Grealish, I imagine Savinho probably coming off for him. Yep. These men have just got so much talent in their team, man. Nice little flick from Martinelli, but Havertz wasn't there to round to it. This game is tense. Absolutely tense. Kovacic with the strike. Oh. It was always rising. Just cut across that ball. It's always rising. City have had 20 shots in the second half. 6 inside the box, 14 outside the box. No goals yet. Coming up to 80 minutes, just 10 minutes plus added time. 10 minutes plus added time now. Come on. And Arsenal, for some reason, starting to put more attacks together at this point in the game. Partey, done well. Partey, I don't know, man. I never feel confident with him on the pitch, but he's not really done too much wrong today, to be fair. He's not. Let's just be sensible. We don't want to give away any penalties, no silly decisions, nothing. Absolutely nothing silly. City just trying to put some little passing phases together now. Good little pass through. Can we send him away? Martinelli, can you just use your legs? Martinelli's got the ball now. Bernardo Silva chasing him. It's good football from Arsenal. But no one really to hit. So Man City just recycle the attack. Just a few minutes left. Well, I'll say just a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes left. Cross comes over. David Raya gathers. David Raya's been brilliant again since that goal that he conceded. Probably could have done better with that goal, but he's been brilliant since. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, can Havertz pick up on that? That's a foul. Foul from Kovacic. Havertz looks shattered, but Havertz has put in an absolute shift today. And this season, he's done a lot of the ugly work that nobody else wants to do. And there's no one else in the team that can do what he does. So he's got to play every minute that we're doing that style of football. He's just got to play every minute of that. Arsenal free kick. Ref is holding it up at the minute. If we can get a third from here, this would be magical. Rice puts it towards the back post. I don't think anything comes of it. Yellow card for Declan Rice, brother. Oh, come on, man. Ridiculous. Come on, David Raya. It's a few minutes left. I'm really impressed with what we've done so far. I'm not going to lie. Just to get into this position in the first place. Just to even get into this position in the first place. Come on. There can be no mistakes. We've got a player down injured. Oh, down with, not injured, but down with Martinelli just down with some cramp, and he's just been told to get up, keep playing through it. A few minutes left. Ruben Diaz sends the shot over. Man City just losing their poise and their composure a little bit. The more they lose their poise, and Akanji is going over to complain to Martinelli. Martinelli telling him to shut the fuck up. Here comes Gabby Jesus. It's going to be interesting to see how much added time there's going to be. It's going to be really interesting to see how much added time it's going to be. The ref's going to be an idiot and put on like 3 or 4 minutes, something stupid, because the ref's just a clown. But other than shots, cramp, nothing else has really been happening. Do you know what I mean? So like I say, the amount of how impressed I'll be if we can get through this will just be massive. It'll be massive from a momentum perspective, from a psychological perspective. It'll be huge. You know, our away record has been brilliant, absolutely brilliant this season and last season for the whole of 2024. Again, Partey, good save from David Raya. Another good save from David Raya. A decent strike from Vardiol as well. Fair play to Vardiol getting that strike away. Just got to stay strong. Yeah, Diaz is just having shots from anywhere, but you know, what else has he got at this moment? What else has he got? Do you know what I'm saying? This is all he can do. At least he's trying something. How much added time do you think there's going to be? I think anything more than like 2 or 3 minutes, I think will be crazy, in my opinion. Anything more than that would be mad. Pep ego cost him the game. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by his ego costing the game? What do you think he should do in this situation? Maybe not now because it's late on in the game, but what do you think he should do that could like what do you think he should have done earlier that would have made the difference from here? I'm not sure what more he could have done, to be honest with you. Gabriel's down with cramp. Everyone's getting down with cramp. I know people say dark arts, but for me, I think these men are genuinely shattered. They put in a shift. They've properly put in a shift. No doubt about that at all. Timber down with cramp. Everybody down with cramp. What's going on here? The ref has just not got a handle on this game at all. Like the Man City players are going over and arguing. 7 minutes of added time. How? I told you. Where's 7 minutes of added time coming from? I mean, he teaches the flare and long shot out of players. Right, got you. 7 minutes of added time. Man, them talk to. Where has 7 minutes of added time come from? Where has 7 minutes of added time, Himanshu? 7 for what? Nothing's happened. That's ridiculous. I can't believe what I'm seeing. 7 minutes of added time for what? For what? I told you it would happen as well. I said it would happen. I said I bet the ref is going to come with some silly amount of bro. We've sat in our own half for the whole game and just let them shoot. Where has 7 minutes of added time come from? Where's the 7? Where's the goals? Where's the cards? Where's the flare-ups? Okay, a couple people have gone down with cramp. 7 minutes. You think there's more added time in this half than there was in the first half? With the 3 goals and the red card and all the injuries. Where's 7 minutes come from? Bro. That's why I can't, bro. I can't deal with this game sometimes and the referees, bro. That don't make no sense to me. But it is what it is. We're coming up to 92 minutes in the game. Let's just try to see this game out now, man. Let's just try to see this game out. We've got Lewis Skelly coming on already on a yellow card. It's a joke, bruv. Proper joke. Lewis Skelly getting subbed on a yellow card, you know. That's a mad thing. Coming up to 93 minutes, 4 minutes. Nothing's happened since the 7 minutes of added time. So I'm not trying to see this go to 100 minutes. I'm really not. Foden outside the box. Ruben Diaz again. Jack Grealish. Get rid. Lovely. I don't mind that. Jack Grealish tries to cut in. Ben White's having none of it. Good tackle from Jesus. Good tackle from Jesus. And then tries to run Bernardo Silva. Does run Bernardo Silva. Obviously, 2 players that know each other very well. Obviously, they know each other very, very well. He knows he's got the beating of him. He's got fresh legs. Come on. I'm counting down the seconds, bro. I'm counting down the seconds. Partey, good tackle. And let Foden send it home. I still can't believe there's 7 minutes of added time in this half. I really can't. Someone explain to me where the 7 minutes of added times come from, please. This game should be done already. Good challenge again from Jesus. Good challenge from Jesus once again. And Jesus has tried to buy a foul, but it's gone for a corner. And Jesus is probably going to get himself a yellow card here. And he has got himself a yellow card. Poor game management from Arsenal again. Poor game management from Arsenal once again from Jesus. Just send the ball long. Just send it. So if we concede from this corner now, that's it. Ridiculous. Corner comes in. David Raya gathers. Well played. Well played. Rance called Pep a boiled egg philosopher. So his manager's a boiled egg philosopher as well. Do you know what I mean? It's a boiled egg off blood. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Arsenal have had no attempts on goal in the second half. Man City have had 26 attempts on goal in the second half. Kai Havertz still chasing down the keeper. Two-one up at the Etihad. 10 men. Jack Grealish gets beyond Ben White. Good block. Good block from Saliba. Another corner, though. Again, they take the corner short. Grealish, he's going to try to get his shot away. Kovacic! Is that 2-2? Last kick of the game. 2-2. Bro. And it's John Stones. It's naive. It's naive from our team, man. I did 7 minutes of added time. Where's that come from? I did say that. 7 minutes of added time. Where has that come from? Where has 7 minutes added time come from? I don't understand. Where? Where's the 7 minutes? It's John Stones. And I don't know what's going on here. The Man City players look rattled. They're trying to get into some type of beef or some type of argument. I don't know why. Yeah, real talk, bro. Pep did a Tyson Fury blood, 11th round, 12th round. City look rattled. City look proper rattled. I don't know why. Can't believe it. It's the time you concede. The time that you concede is what's ridiculous. And that's full time. Look, what can we say about this game? I'm going to go do a match reaction. The reality is, before the game, we would have taken a draw. I think that we've done unbelievably well. People are going to say we bottled it and all this kind of stuff, and it's going to be ridiculous. 10 men at the Etihad to get a draw is a very, very good result. 10 men at the Etihad to get a win would have been an unbelievable result. That would have been a history-making result. Do you know what I mean? Because these men do not lose there. But bro, it's not even a choke slam. Man said Pep has risen from his ruins, and a choke slam to draw against Arsenal at home. That's a choke slam. Fair enough. I hear that. Do you know what I'm saying? That means their standards are dropping and our standards are rising, because that's not a choke slam to me. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, Haaland looked rattled the entire game and looked like he was trying to get into a scrap or trying to create some type of situation that's not football related the whole game. I don't know if the narrative of you know, William Saliba's pocketed him before or whatever. I don't know if that narrative was getting to him, but they look very, very rattled, this Manchester City team. Do you know what I'm saying? They do. They're normally so poised and so controlled, and they've lost all their control and their composure. They're acting very emotional in a way that you typically expect of maybe more of an Arsenal team, to be honest with you. That second half performance, you know, for me, it's, you know, Jesus and Haaland still arguing. I don't know where Haaland's got this. Haaland's a good player, but I don't know where he's got this bad man mentality for. I don't know why I'm going for that, but do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's a heated game, and it's a game between the two title favourites, right? So, you know, it was always going to be a heated game. And I like seeing a lot of the fire from Arsenal. I think that we at least deserve a point. We possibly deserve all three. It feels like 2 points dropped. Actually, you know, it's a good result. We've gone to the Etihad and scored 2 goals. And the only reason we've conceded is because we're down to 10 men again. Poor game management. I did say at halftime as well, where's the 7 minutes of added time come from in the second half? I said it long before we got to the 90th minute. I said, I better not see more than 3 minutes of added time. It's here on the video, because I just couldn't see. Nothing was happening. They were shooting. It was going wide. They were shooting. It was going wide, sideways. There's no way that the second half has a longer, the second half has more added time than the first half. How does that make any sense? The first half had 3 goals, 3 yellow cards, 1 red card, an injury, and the second half had none of that. And it had 7 minutes of added time. Really, really strange to me. Really strange. Look, the game management part is down to us and down to Trossard, but some of the refereeing and some of the decisions are ridiculous to me. And that's where I feel like we've been robbed of all 3 points, in my opinion. I think that we've done really well. And I think we can go away and hold our heads high. And this is not a stadium that we need to come to anymore and feel any type of fear or any type of anxiety. We can go here and play football. We can be defensive and shut up shop. We shut them out for nearly 45, until the 50th minute. We shut them out for 50 minutes with 10 men. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of what the team did today. I'm frustrated with some decisions, but I'm proud of what the team did today. I'm going to go and shoot a match reaction now. But listen, anyone that's been here, like the video, subscribe. Yeah, I'm fuming. I can't lie. You know, for the way that I think that they've got not an inferiority complex, because all the City fans are going to say, look at the trophies we've won. But I think it's bothering Haaland that he's not been able to come and get a goal coming up against Saliba and Gabriel. That narrative is bothering him, and it makes sense. He's breaking records as a goal scorer and that kind of thing. That's clearly bugging him, because we're seeing him be very rattled, very, very rattled in a game where he doesn't need to be. It's very un-Man City-like. The 7 minutes is ridiculous, like I said. But listen, let me go shoot a reaction. I think David Raya was brilliant. So many players were brilliant today. Calafiori stepped up and scored a great goal after he got cooked for the first. Did he score? Did Haaland score? Yeah, he scored. Yeah, he scored the first goal. He scored the first goal. Of course he did. But still, that narrative still seemed to have bugged him, because he's just picking fights with people. It's like a bit. I don't know if that's a tactic that he was doing. When we blew the whistle, Rodri, from the first half, we blew the whistle. Rodri ran straight into someone and got an injury. Second half, the same. Haaland running straight into people and getting really aggressive. It was a weird performance. You know, it was less of a technical football performance and more trying to be bullies. And they weren't really able to bully us today. And I think that's what frustrated them. But listen, man, like the video, subscribe. I'm out. It's been a great stream. Thanks for everyone that's tuned in. And yeah, blood, man, will be back with the next one. You know what it is. Big love. Peace.